you had to stand for a second. We realized that there's two divisions. There's the incoming, the sensory, and then the outgoing, that motor. And so what we're assuming is the incoming, the sensory. Barbara got down into that pre-stretched position. Her muscles are now in a lengthened position. They detect both stretch and tension. And so that message just got sent to the brain, okay? So I'm the step before the brain. I'm gonna be the electricity that turns the brain on and says, fire up the glutes, okay? Oh my God, Jaden, you totally know what I'm doing here, don't you? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on this electricity. This is called a graded potential. This is the axon terminal of a nerve in the brain trying to turn this on. Do you notice how it hasn't turned on yet? What hasn't been met?
Threshold, resting member potential.
Okay, now Barbara, get down in that squat position.
I want to wait a second. This brain isn't very good.
Happy birthday, Billy.
Nope.
Okay, so what just has been generated?
Action.
An action potential. What's rushing in the cell?
Sodium.
Sodium's rushing in. Okay, at this point, what is that fatty layer that's making this go so slowly? Myelin sheath. So the myelin sheath. So at the very end, what's it going down? What part of the cell? The axon. When it gets down to the end, what's it called? Axon terminal. So the brain has made an executive decision. Those glutes need to turn on, dang it. So now the peripheral nervous system has been fired up. So here's brain and spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system coming off of there, heading down toward the lower body. Chances are it made it down to like that lumbar area and then made it out there, and now that nerve is firing up, heading over toward the nerve number 2, which is going to be down more in the gluteals.
That's so scary.
That was a little premature, but that's okay. The fact is you passed it on. Okay, so be imagining what that cell is doing. The action potential has been generated. All the sodium's coming in the cell. Potassium is starting to rush out. What is Sylvia? He's the motor neuron. What does that mean? What does he innervate?
Muscle.
The muscle. In this instance, what muscle is going to be innervated? The gluteals. So, Barbara, do you have your sparkler? You don't have your sparkler. Get down! Oh my God.
Get down!
Not yet. Yep. So at this point, I want you to imagine
Down.
all of the axon terminals of this nerve, this really big motor neuron, because this is a fast twitch muscle fiber, right? It's a big motor neuron. It's down embedded in the muscle, and you can just see the axon terminals. You can see at the very end, ready, get ready, that acetylcholine at that synapse. Oh, and power it up. Okay. And that is muscle contraction. So at that point, what happened? The electrical stimulus went where? Into the plasmalemma. And then came down the what? And released what out of what?
Calcium out of the sarcoplasmic reticulum.
And then where did that calcium go?
Troponin.
Yep, what one?
Troponin.
Troponin and tropomyosin around what? The actin. The actin. And did what to that? It pivoted, it removed it, and so at that point, what happened?
The globular heads.
The myosin heads grabbed on, and what did it need to make sure that it kept doing that? It had to have energy, and what else did it need from the brain? Yeah, so like the other division of the nervous system was going, we still need it, we still need it, we still need it, we still need it, telling the brain to keep doing this. And it keeps doing this until me in the muscle goes, ooh, I'm not stretched anymore. I don't need to make any more tension. I'm gonna shut that down. So then that stops. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, that's a cut.